Hello and welcome back. For this video, we are taking the first place tournament winning 5-color Jodah deck into best of 3, and it's got a really cool sideboard. The first of which to mention is Day of Judgment. Got 2 copies of these in there, which is really cool sideboard in a creature only deck, right? We can set up a big board with either Jarina, that's how you pronounce it. Someone said flame me in the comments for pronouncing this wrong. I don't know. Jarina or Hajar can be sacked to give all your creatures indestructible. And so you could have a weird scenario where you set up a big board with creatures and then have Day of Judgment sweep all of the creatures except for your own. And you're up as a one-sided sweeper for the opponent. So I don't know how many people are going to see this coming, but I think that's a very cool sideboard tech. We also have 2 copies of Urtide Resurrected and the Anointed Peacekeeper, both of which I think are going to answer some sweepers. Opponent's got some Day of Judgments or Sunfalls. We can either Peacekeep in there to delay it a couple turns, or hold a 1 mana to Urtide Resurrected, flash in, counter it, or even kill a big creature like a Shelter or something like that. 2 copies of Lauren of the Third Path, some Artifact and Enchantment Hate in the form of a legendary creature. Some Get Lost for Planeswalkers, maybe 4 enchantments, and even some Voice of Victory, which is kind of interesting. Maybe there's some matches where Shelter by Ghost doesn't really have a home, so we just put in some of these guys, keep our opponent off of interacting on our turn. I'll also say it has a single copy of Campbell, Profiteering Mayor. 3 mana 2/4 legendary creature. Whenever 1 or more tokens your opponents control enter, for each of them, create a tapped token that's a copy of it. So I'm immediately thinking of the Azorius Artifacts deck. Off the top of my head, I'm not really sure what other artifacts are really important to, what other tokens are really important to copy, but this is a very fun one of. Also, whenever 1 or more tokens you control enter, each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. So it could pair well with Voice of Victory and other stuff. So pretty funky sideboard. I really like the Day of Judgments. We'll see if we can pull that off today. I will say there is at least one mistake I want to call out in deck building that I made when I brought it into best of 1. I was like, I think it's more fun to run different legends. I'm going to cut a copy of Inti and put in a copy of Melira, the 2 mana 3/3, which has a similar effect to Hajar. But I think that was a mistake. I think Inti turn 2 into turn 3 Alicia, attack, discard a 1 or 2 drop, immediately get it back off Alicia is a really strong play pattern, kind of like the Jarina into Alicia. It's also a very strong play pattern. So just sometimes when I look at a deck for the first time, I don't fully see all the reasons why someone made a certain choice. And I definitely miss that. Inti into Alicia is going to be very good. And yeah, so we'll keep both copies of it in there. I also cut a copy of Jill, which I think is fine in best of 1. A 3 mana 2/2 is pretty underwhelming. When she enters, you return up to 1 other target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Maybe it's a little better in best of 3. Maybe there's some random permanents. The game's a little slower, but the balance actually matters. We're going to find out. Just got a cool 5 mana flip to have her come in as a 4/5 legendary enchantment creature Saga with Mesmerize. Target creature can't be blocked this turn, so I don't know if we'll do that or not, but it is interesting. There also is a copy of Teysa, which I cut in best of 1. She is a 3 mana 2/3 legendary creature human with Death Touch. At the beginning of your end step, investigate for each opponent who lost life this turn. Whenever a clue you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 white and black spirit creature token flying. Ability owns triggers once each turn. Kind of interesting. I mean, 3 mana 2/3 Death Touch. I think I'm happy with my decision to cut it in best of 1. It's kind of an interesting, maybe grindy card in best of 3 where the board state stalls a little bit. We can find a way to chip in for damage. Make a clue token, sack it, draw a card, make a 1/1. The 1/1 can attack, deal damage. We make a clue token, sack it, draw a card. Like, I don't really know how this is going to play out, but this is an interesting card I also cut from the best of 1 version. And the last changes I made is I cut the mountain and forest to put in 2 more fast lands. And I mean, I don't hate that, but I'm willing to keep it as is and see if I can learn anything from this. I will say I did slightly underrate that it looks like we have 6 1-drops, but actually you could play Kellen on 1, which would necessitate having precisely green mana. So I had something like 2 thickets and 2 courtyards and 2 of some other stuff, but maybe with 3 tickets and a forest, like, maybe it's slightly more likely we have an extra 1-drop in the deck. It's not all the value in the world, but it actually ended up being relevant in at least one of the best of 1 matches. So yeah, that's with it. That's it. We're running it. We'll see how it does. I'm excited. I enjoyed playing this in best of 1, and we'll see if we can get some people got with a little Day of Judgment best of 3 action. Here we go. I think we're like 34 Mythic or something. Huh. Ember Cool, the Mind Sculptor. Be on the play. It's a 5 lander. Oh man, that's not a very good hand. It doesn't do a whole lot. I don't think you keep this one, unfortunately. Feels a little bit underwhelming. Okay, 2 lander, I think it's a little bit better. We'll keep this. Probably just put back Urtai Resurrect, just because it's the most expensive thing here. And, looks like we can go, actually, we can actually get the 1-drop going here. I forgot you can also make green off starting town. So not too terrible. Could potentially go into Alicia. I think I am down to give it a go. Guarantees we get a card back if we can hit that 3rd land on time. Bramble Familiar feels like a combo deck. We don't hit the land. We could attack and discard a Hajar. I think is fine. Try to look for that land. Okay, we get it. Very nice. When it takes it, we get the land for turn into the Alicia. Very cool. It's back. Alright. And turn. So this is mana value less than her power. Roxanne, okay. So there goes Alicia. I guess we'll see where they target first, right? Yeah, we'll sack this. I'm pretty happy to do that. Next land, we're getting close to the Jodah turn. We can probably bin the backup Alicia here, I think. And we could potentially get the Inti out of range, unless we really want to cast a 4-drop here. I think we'll go with this. Okay. Backup Alicia can go. Okay. They do take the trade. Isn't too bad. And we have Jodah coming next turn. Probably just need the protection here. I think versus some like weird sweeper or something. Inti's great, but I think just keeping that in place is worthwhile. Kogla and Yadaro, alright. So now what are we doing here? Fighting? Fighting Alicia, just sack it again. Seems fine with me. Okay, human it is. Jodah it is. Actually, this has first strike and gets a counter, right? So that one's good to go. And we could attack with Kellen, except that pretty happy to just get back a jar here, I think. 7/7 first strike. Very nasty. Opponent takes it. We'll get back the hexproof indestructible, or just indestructible effect on this one. It's quite the lock. Okay, so we could have game 2. Honestly, the Day of Judgment thing doesn't look that bad here. Shelter looks pretty good. They didn't have, they actually did have some tokens, which is funny. Oh, there's some very big creatures, right? So Urtai Resurrected also looks pretty good. We didn't see many artifacts or enchantments. Blue as well. I think I like Shelter here. The Get Lost isn't bad. They're just gonna ramp into big creatures. So who wants to get cut, I guess? I guess we could cut some of this stuff just to make space if we really want to do the Day of Judgment thing. Jodah seems pretty good. I mean, there aren't that many tokens, right? Do we really need this? Oh, that's the other one. It's cute. I don't know if we need it. Balance is not very good against the big stuff, actually. Feels like that one can come out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A lot of 4 drops. I think this could be okay. I don't know how good Peacekeeper is because they have a lot of mana dorks to kind of just ramp into it. Be on the draw too. It's probably a little bit worse on the draw. Question: do we make space for Get Lost as well? I think we got the Day of Judgments. I think we're okay on that front. 3-2 first strike. Yeah. All right. Let's do it like this. We shall see how this goes. We don't really know what the blue is for. We don't know what their sweeper situation is. I guess they could sub in some Graveyard Hate for us. 4-lander. Sure. Actually, maybe okay. A little weird, but Inti could help filter us through some lands. Turn 1 elf. Ooh, showing up. Nice. I mean, we could just do nothing for the first 4 turns, and that really wouldn't be that bad. I think I'm kind of down to do that, actually. Like, do we even want to run? The only thing I wouldn't mind doing is filtering some stuff. Hit the last land for Jodah. Maybe we'll drop A into here and try to get a little bit of filtering here if we want it. But I'm fairly happy to drop Day of Judgment when we can. We actually don't have double white for that, do we? Ah. That is my mistake. Okay. Yeah, okay, so we needed to play actually a white creature. Okay, that is my mistake there. Otherwise, it's actually difficult to cast Day of Judgment. So I think we're casting Jirana here. Because we're awkwardly forced into that. And we could bin the Shelter with an attack, but that's kind of weird. Okay. So we throw away an Inti for free. We should have just played Jirana 2, and then we can make second white off Plaza of Heroes. That was a mistake. God, it's not. I'm so used to having good mana all the time that I kind of forget sometimes. Add red or green for each raccoon you control. They have 2 raccoons. 1, 2, 4. Okay. Is that coming on 6 or 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Sure. Okay, we do nothing here. We need our white creature. So that goes, and then we sweep the board and hope that's enough to do something good. Who blocks? Okay, turns out it all worked out. If we had not played Inti, I don't think it would have worked out quite the same. Human. Here is a very bizarre Day of Judgment. Now what? Opponent only has 3 lands starting town, okay. Comes in tapped. There's something to be said for saving the biggest creature for after Jodah, right? So we Inti here, and then Jodah next turn, and then the 3-drop gets 2-drop. First strike, trample, lifelink. Yeah, I think we'll just try to go for Jodah next turn. See a reason to shelter. That was huge, though. I mean, it set them back to 3 lands instead of, like, 3 lands and 2 ramp creatures and whatever. Alright, let's give this a go. Done. Sweet! Day of Judgment in the sideboard, coming in. Very satisfying. Next game, we'll remember to specifically make sure we have a way to cast the second white source. Yeah, that was kind of sick. Not gonna lie. Very cool. Quickest best of 3 match I've ever played, I feel like. in the comments section today? People have to say, I'm at 42 rare, 24 mythic wildcards. This is Critical Thinker OA. With over 100 uncommon as well, I'm trying to find / build a deck or two that's fun to play. Not boring and too repetitive. I've been playing on Arena since Bloomberg was released without spending much money, and I've got 1 million, it seems like, cards in the collection. Thank you for your channel, I've learned a lot. I grind every day on 2 accounts, and that I find interesting, to get the gold and all the rest. Freebies, tired of losing too, haha. Interesting, 2 accounts. I mean, I guess if you're doing it, then it's because it's worth it, but, you know, on one account, you could build, you know, a red deck. On the other account, you could build a white deck or whatever, and you're obviously able to complete more quests per day. But unfortunately, when you go to build a red and white deck, you'd be like, ah, shit, well, now I have to redo some of the work. But that is commitment. Ready Aim Fire says, I'm thinking about crafting this Jodah deck, but nope. This deck is almost all rares and mythics, and many cards rotate out soon. Yes, I did say it was all rares and mythics. I've not really been paying attention to the rotation, so I guess I'll check that out. In general, no, you probably don't want to craft Jodah. Like, you gotta freaking love it to be like, all right, let me blow every single rare I have on all of the lands and all of the cards. Okay, yeah, it's okay enough, sure. We have no ability to upgrade Kellen, but that's alright. Or activate ability. Oh, yeah, okay. So we could go Kellen on 1, upgrade on 2. Which is crazy useful. Well, now it feels like we Cecil, since the 1/1's a bit more awkward to get through. Okay. Here comes human. Cecil is a human, yeah? Okay, let's double check it. He's a bit better against the 1/1. Blue, green, and black. Sultai, mid-range-ish is what I'm gathering here. We do have white and black, so we can get a fast land down. They want to block here, which is awkward. I guess we keep Cecil? I don't know. It's gonna be a little while till we flip. I think we just take the trade here, get the draw next turn, right? Try to outgrind us. Actually thinking of not. I think we're keeping Cecil around. We don't have to. Maybe it's worth it. I don't know. Not actually sure. If we keep it around, it protects lightning next turn, which maybe better. Alright, just take their draw. That's 19. Okay, down to 16. So 1 more fast land for us. We do have red and white open, so we're good to go here. Okay. I don't play that card that much. Just double check we don't have haste. At 14, fun. Now, unfortunately, these two aren't really going to work that well together. Lightning's going to increase our life total and get Cecil away from flipping, for what it's worth. This Reef comes in tapped. Awaken the Honored Dead. Very cool card in the Sultai list. Alright. Yeah, if we kept the other one around, we still have Lightning. Probably better. Okay. Mill 3 cards. Human. Guess we're holding on to Urtai here. We have no ability to get ourselves down under 10, sadly. Sure. Counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability. And we kind of want to Jodah off the top. We're like a little bit lackluster here. I think discard a card, return a creature from graveyard to hand. Oh, Thalia, that's hot. Okay. Additional land on each of your turns. Great. Alright. Whenever Thalia attacks. Alright, so she's not attacking this turn, sadly. Opponent drops to 9. We flip the Cecil. We get a Thalia down. Play an additional land on each of our turns. This is human. This is also human. And I don't think we're playing around anything. If they have a Sultai, you know, whatever, Deadly Cover-Up Sweeper, we just eat it. There is no good creature or land card to get back here. They just get back a land. It's not like there's a nasty creature to come down. Okay, let's see if they have a sweeper or not. Nope. Creature comes down. Let's see. Other attacking creatures get indestructible. Level up Kellen twice is not bad, right? Combat damage to player. Double strike also one? Okay. So the other ones get indestructible, but they can trade with Cecil. Drop to 6. Scroll comes out. Kellen not looking terrible here. The Ooze, alright, they can gain a whole bunch of life and make a huge blocker. Cut down to Kellen, unfortunately. Feeling like we wanted Jodah off the top here. Their Origins. Origins seem like a super solid card in Standard right now. I think it's a rare, right? Yeah, it's a rare card. Genova, Ancient Calamity. 4-mana 1/5 legendary creature. Alien. At the beginning of combat on your turn, put a number of +1 counters equal to Genova's power into one of the target creatures, so 1 token power. That creature becomes a mutant and gets to other types. Whenever a mutant you control dies during your turn, you draw cards equal to its power. Okay. Great. Well. Yeah, I guess we could sack Jarina to save the Urtai Resurrected. At some point, we can try to use Skrill to sneak through for lethal. Also, exile their graveyard right now. So if they're going to eat something, it's got to be here. It's not too shabby. Okay, there goes a ton of value for them. Sack the Jarina here. Or we could just give it unblockable versus green. It's fine. If they hit a removal spell, we're sad. It's unblockable, right? Can't be blocked. Okay. Green. Keep Jarina around. Down to 6, unblockable. We can run that back for a couple turns here. See if they can find a removal spell. And even if they do, we have the Jarina. They can also eat... how many creatures are down here they could possibly eat? Creature card. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deal 8 damage, but the problem is they gain a bunch of life too. That's the real issue. Eight damage, drop to 5. And we can always chump it next turn. Here comes 8 damage. Problem is they gain 5 life. That is the issue right here. Assuming they have enough green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, they have enough green to do it all. Okay. Yeah. Alright, 7 to the face. Down to 6. A green open to cast the Mosswood Knight. Great. Okay, top deck of the century. No, not it. So someone's got to block the ooze. Killing the Dread Knight's not good. They just get a free draw, which is a lot. It's pretty bad. I guess we could chump block for a while, right? Until we hit Jodah. Putting more creatures in the graveyard isn't great either for the ooze. Yeah, I mean, I think we're looking to top deck something pretty spectacular here. Having them block with the Dread Knight, you know, adventure it back, draw another card. Feels like we're getting farther and farther away from the direction we need to move. Maybe they can find lethal here anyway. Give everyone someone 3/3 toughness and trample. Base power, 3/3 toughness. I think he gives trample too, which is the issue, right? Is that true? No, this guy's got trample. No, it's just base power and toughness. Okay. Yeah. Can trade, let him draw a card, I guess. Oh, this guy has trample. Alright, that's lethal anyway. It's fine. It's lethal. This guy's trample too. Everyone's got trample. So it's exactly lethal here. Take 6. That's okay. I don't think we're going to walk away with this one. So, Graveyard Hate was great. Scavenging Ooze was coincidentally pretty nice for them. We didn't hit any of our Jodah stuff, though. They showed us very little sweepers. A little bit of interaction, right? There was like some cut downs, actually. Some go for the throats. Tons of Graveyard stuff. I don't think we need to do too much differently here. The only question is how good is Shelter by Ghost into all the removal? Like, Voice of Victory could be a little more annoying. Like, suiting up this just to have an ETB come back does not particularly enthuse me. Lord of the Third Path, you know, they had the Saga. There's not that many enchantments to hit though, right? Yeah, I don't think we actually need to change much against them. We just need to hit Jodah. Ideally with protection set up. Okay, we'll give it another go here. The graveyard, incidental graveyard hate was great. Just very barely did not get us there. Okay, let's be on the play. 2-lander. Mana's okay. Cecil into Jarina. Into Alicia potentially. Let's keep this for sure. Human. Cecil level 1. Alright. Cool, no stick for cut down this time, I think. Now there's stick. I don't think there was stick when we attacked. Okay, you got it. Okay, they tap out. This is nice. We get the Alicia thing. It's pretty good. Either way they do it. Here we come. We take the block. But we get the lock in there, so this is big for us. Alicia, get back Jarina. Take your graveyard, what it's worth. Alright, that was big. That was huge. Okay, we are squarely on the board here. Nowhere to run. Hexproof doesn't matter, right? So this is not going to work if we sack it here, right? As though they didn't have Hexproof. Yes, there's no point in doing this. That would be a big mistake, I believe. Alright, so that one's dead. Alright, they actually found an answer to that, which is nice for them, less good for us. Otherwise, I think we'd have them in quite a nice bind. Human. Birthday Resurrected for turn 4 play. I think we just get Thalia down here. Start churning some value out of her. Alright. Okay, Hexproof and Indestructible. So we want to use a lot of mana this turn, and then sack a land. I don't know that we... Yeah, I think we use all our mana up first. Or at least some of our mana. Sack a creature or land. Alright, let's go ahead and sack the plains here. And then we'll decide what to do after that. Alright, fine. It's okay. Is this an instant speed thing? What is this? Becomes tapped. Looks like it is instant speed as far as I can tell. Alright, they get the mill value. There's an ooze, another Awaken the Honored Dead. You're only getting back a creature here. Go threat you. We cannot protect you. We don't have the enough mana to do that, so value goes down. Nowhere to Run was massive for them. Massive, right? Without that, we'd have them completely locked out. Alright, I'll take the level up at instant speed. React, not bad. Mill, get back a creature. They get back the ooze, play the ooze. Eat all of our stuff. That was a big issue last game. We actually might have to counter the ooze as it comes down. For 4 mana. I mean, they kind of see it coming, I guess. You know, I think I'm just take the value then, actually. We can always kill it after the fact. Play the card this turn? Yeah, let's do it. I'm down. Okay, we got some Scroll. They might just Esper Origins here. If they ooze, we can drop the Urtai and just kill it. Yes, there's the ooze to come back. They'll get some life, but they'll use up most of their turn doing that if that's really what they want to do. They scoop. They don't have a good answer. Okay, we go to game 3. Nowhere to Run is huge for them, but we don't have a great way around that, do we? Same shit. Lots of removal. Okay. Definitely don't want Shelter by Ghost then in there, then. I don't know if we need to get lost. The Graveyard Hates Essential. Be able to draw this game? I mean, if they kill all our shit, we don't have an answer to the ooze. It is pretty bad. We could put in Get Lost just for the ooze. Gives them a lot of value off the map tokens, though. Day of Judgment doesn't seem that good with all their graveyard shenanigans, right? Tokens. Urtai Resurrected, maybe we have to have just for the ooze. Maybe we just need a little bit more removal here. Something. Oops, don't do that. Don't go to the App Store. Oh my gosh. Okay. All right. Let's try that, I think. On the draw, we go to game 3. I skipped pretty quick there. Felt like the game was not over, right? It's just probably they don't have nowhere to run this time around. The Jill showing up? Sure. It's not perfect, but I think it's fine in best of 3. Nice. Fast land, 1 drop. The bounce is actually relevant. It is a answer to the ooze. This turns it from an 8/8 back into a 2/2. Right, Surveil away. Okay. Jirina, come down. I mean, we still like our graveyard for Alicia if we can. Kind cut down, ends prime. Alright. Alicia's a little bit better if we wait, I guess. I think we Kellen and then play Kellen is the better thing to do. Be human. Ideally, we have a creature first. Hope they don't counter this. We haven't seen any counter spells. Shiva's down. 3-mana 2/2. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent. I don't know what we're gonna do there. Ooh, too bad. All right. That is rough. So hexproof is not relevant, but indestructible still could be. That's origins. Okay. Okay. Human? Where are we at? See if they have another cut down. Yeah, they do. It's more stick. Mono removal. Killing goes down. Alright, the question is, if they add the removal by the time we get Alicia down. Oh, they're a little tight on land, actually. Okay, this is not a bad turn for us. Human. We can get down the Surak. Surak. Again, we'll go for a map token. Another one. We do get draw a card, though. Alright, we hit a mountain. Sure. Alright. Maybe they give us a bounce target? Nope. Okay. I mean, I think we're just being efficient at this point. I think we are playing out Alicia, sadly. We could play Jill, return up to one of their... It's just kind of a waste of time. Man, I think we run it. I think we run it out. I think you just really want Alicia to resolve if you can. No. Submit 0. You know, whatever removal they have, just leave us with one creature to attack with Alicia, right? And just get that last little bit of value. No. Mono removal. Is he going to kill this guy too? Tap land. Last piece of removal. Okay. Alright. We don't have any discard effects from the hand? I guess we do. Yeah, we do. Alright, we'll hold this one on too, then. Alright, I mean, this is all I got. So... Hold on. 3 mana and tap. Can give hexproof and indestructible. So I guess this is actually worth it. Just so that we can Plaza of Heroes. Mill 3. We get a 4/4. It's got to be a good top deck. We could Plaza and give Alicia indestructible just to get the attack trigger, and then could get back a 3-drop and like bounce the origins, or like Jarina going. Glissa as well. Yikes. Alright, give me a good top deck here. Nope, okay. See, I think we are attacking, and then we make it, for 3 mana, we make it indestructible. The question is, what are we getting back? Bouncing the origins is pretty bad. They just cast it back twice in a row, right? Surak is okay. You could also just get the Jarina lock for indestructible. Yeah, I guess that's it. Creature or land? If I can get back, gosh, you know, creature, I guess. Okay. So, indestructible acquired. So we survive to the end step. Yeah, we do have a way to get rid of land. So now we're happy to keep this one around, I think. And I guess we keep Jarina? I mean, how are we supposed to deal with Glissa is the question. Just for the indestructible effect? What else can we possibly do here? Target creature can't be blocked this turn. That could be interesting. Okay, we could do that. Flip it next turn. bouncing the 4/4 is awkward. Let's just replay it for the other half and get a lot of surveil value. No, I don't think you do that. I think it's nothing here. And hope they don't top deck more removal, I guess. So we flip the Jill, then we make Alicia unblockable. She swings as a 4/4. Unblockable. They just nowhere to run. That's not a good sign. Did they just nowhere to run? They have another one. Yeah, I mean, we could have gone for indestructible, but I feel like we need to take a risk there. Okay. Ow. Not a land. Okay. I mean, it is the chosen one. So, let's give him heck. Nobody gets through first strike death touch, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we'll play the land. We could, like, Jill plus, something else. Oi, oi, oi. Down to 16. No blocks. First strike death touch. You got it. Who's alive? Draw a card. If we flip it, it is an enchantment, so that is a bit awkward. Because that means they can just kill it. Alright, creature off the top. Big Jodah turn right here. Come on. Alright. It's something. I think we're casting it. Oh, we have red open here. I mean, we would want to keep, I think this is fine. Okay. We obviously don't want to get rid of Jodah. We actually just want to flip whenever you cast a legendary permanent. Can't be blocked. Make an infinite series of aces? Ace of tokens? I don't think we throw away Jill just yet. Attack and block, we do nothing. Or they make another blocker. It's not like we have lethal. I think I'm trading with the creature this turn. Okay, Jodah is down. Oh, they removed the counter off from the Glissa. I wasn't even paying attention to that. Christ. That's cute. Jesus Christ. I mean, we have nothing we can do against first strike death touch. Take 5. Trade anything with the Preacher here? No. I mean, that's brutal. They reset the Awaken the Honored Dead every turn. So we lose a creature either way. You can chump block now, I guess is what you're supposed to do. Oh, that sucks. I mean, I think we're pretty locked out of the game then. I mean, good for them for doing something new, right? I haven't seen this deck before. Glissa removing the counter every turn is very cute, and I don't think I've ever seen that done before. I'm sure people have thought of it. But what happened? They had single removal the whole game, and then how did they get ahead? That's not gonna cut it. I guess we're flipping. I mean, we're pretty dead here. Pretty freaking dead here. You can flip this. It's a little bit underwhelming though. Discard this. Okay, it is playable. Okay. I guess we want to play it, though. Use it or lose it. We get a Cluto, we don't have enough mana to sack it. But I don't think we really get out of this. They can kill any creature. Plenty of cards. We block the Glissa, which just saved his life, which is what we should have done last turn with our worst creature. because otherwise just reset the Awakening of Honor did. It's not so good either. All right. Whew. Well, oh man. Nothing to be done about that. We just didn't really have a very good game 3 there. It was mono removal all the way through, and then just did not pan out well for us, which is okay. It was okay. I don't think we could have sideboarded much differently there. I don't think you want the Shelter by there versus Nowhere to Run. They hit Nowhere to Run multiple games in a row, which is good for them. Otherwise, we could have potentially gotten them in the Hexproof lock. And Indestructible lock, too. But that one happens to get through it. So, all right. Good for you, dude. Good for you. If you want to see that deck, you know, maybe you can build that deck. Seems fun enough.